Hey guys, it's Luke here and welcome back to another video, and welcome to the final drive in this car in its stock form. Of course, today I'm out in my MK7 Golf R. This is going to be the track car, the track weapon, shall we say, and today's video is basically the start of things getting a little bit serious. Now, as you can see behind me, the car is practically full up of parts. Now, these are some of the parts which will be going on the car as part of the stage 3 package, and fairly obviously I'm on my way now to QSTuning. They're going to be doing the work, but it will take probably about a week or so for everything to be done, the clutch to be running, and then Alex can then get it on the dyno and tune it. Being a manual, there is quite a bit more work to be done, obviously, because you've got to then change the clutch, bed it in, make sure everything's all okay with that. It's not as simple to basically run a stage 3 manual Golf R compared to a DSG. But yeah, I'll be dropping the car off today and coming back in about a week or so's time. But I imagine Alex will be documenting things over on the QST Instagram page. For those of you who aren't really following, there'll be links down in the description. But yeah, I'm about 10 minutes away now from QST. We'll meet up with Alex, get everything all lined up, some of which is in the boot here, slash back seats. It's literally everywhere. And then yeah, we'll have a look at everything, and then I'll drop the car off and let them crack on with the stage 3. And I am very, very excited. Okay, we are pretty much there. Pretty straightforward journey. Got a nice day, so that always helps. And actually, as soon as we get there, this will mean that all 3 of my cars would have been here to QST. And then when I pick it up, it would mean that all 3 of my cars will be tuned by QST. But anyway, we're just pretty much here, just here on the left. Let's see what they got here today. Probably round. Oh, Alex has got his R8. Oh, here he is. First time I've seen it since it's been twin turboed. In fact, there he is in the Golf up there. Right, I will chuck this out of the way. Hello, mate. Hello, right. We're filming. Oh, look at me, I'm all efficient. You're filming already? Already, I know. I'm moving in the same cars. I know, brilliant. Right, I'll chuck this out of the way and... yeah, just go behind that silver one there. All right, lovely job. All right, chuck this in here. And go from there. So yeah, like I was saying, now all 3 cars have been here at QST. I'm so looking forward to this. In fact, let me just open the boot quickly, just to show you just how full this is. It's absolutely rammed. Absolutely rammed. But yeah, Alex has got most of the stuff here. That's just a few extra goodies, but I need to show you his R8 because I don't think I've shown you this yet. Look at this thing. Of course, running no rear bumper. Just had the Cyvex ECU installed, running just over 1,000 horsepower, twin turbo. Absolutely nuts. You guys may remember this actually when we were having a bit of a walk around the car. Actually, I think in a Mark V GTI video, and we kind of roughly mentioned the plans for this car. Well, it's all done, and I think a video is in order. Of course, we've got the C8 RS6 over there as well, and a load of other stuff, S3, another R8, bits and bobs like that. But yeah, this thing, absolutely crazy. Okay, so we now have Alex here with a big pile of parts. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do our best to kind of run through everything which we've got. Yep. And kind of just justify everything, really. Cool. Give us a run through, because I think some people already know the vague things which are happening. You've been dropping a few hints. Yeah, but to see all the parts kind of here in person is different. Turbo, we'll start off with that. Yep. That is probably the biggest part of this. V5.
Everyone's familiar with this turbo by now. It's wired on my black Golf R, which you featured as well. Super popular turbo, supplied and fitted loads of these over the years.
Yeah, I mean, you've done loads of stage 3 Mark 7s, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Loads.
I think we've got like 5 Mark 7s and say one of them out the back building the engine on.
Really?
Loads of them, yeah.
Crikey. But they're just so popular,
it's my go-to turbo on these pretty much.
Yeah, looking awesome in the sunshine as well.
It's a nice unit, that one.
Yeah, very cool. Now, some of the parts which we've got here, you've supplied, obviously.
Yeah,
some of the parts which I've supplied. So we're going to.
Because you're so famous, you get sponsored.
Shut up. But yeah, what else we got here? We've got some bits from Forge Motorsports. We've got the catch tank in there, or catch can. Ooh. That's a must for, well, any car,
especially
really.
track driving as well.
Exactly. And then to go alongside that, if I just shimmy past, we have the Bartec PCV delete from Custom Vag Parts as well, so that'll be done.
It's a plate goes on top of the engine, on top of the cylinder head, effectively alters how the original PCV works, stops sort of oil going places that it shouldn't go, basically.
So that goes hand in hand.
To break it down so it's easier for people to understand rather than going full geek mode, it just stops oil going places it shouldn't get and sort of stops oil sloshing about in the cylinder head.
Wicked. No, actually, whilst we're here, actually, there will be links to all of this down in the description, if I can get away with putting that many characters in the description on YouTube. So in case you guys want to know anything more about anything on here. What else we got? We've got the fuel pump down here.
High pressure fuel pump internal kit, goes in the original high pressure fuel pump body. Remove the original high pressure fuel pump, disassemble it on the bench, install those. NGK competition spark plugs, race line oil cooler kit. We spoke about this earlier, uprated oil filter in there as well.
Another thing you had on your car, wasn't it?
Yeah, oil cooler there, which then goes on the front of the car, hanging out the front. Got a short shift.
Yep. Got the clutch, big boy clutch.
Sintered clutch, retaining the dual mass flywheel. If you put a sintered clutch and a single mass on these, you just kill the engine. These have only got 180 degree thrust washers on the main bearings, so if you put anything too aggressive in, you just kill the engine basically.
One thing with the oil cooler quickly actually, that was a must for me, just because the car's going to be a track car.
Driving, it holds an extra litre of oil as well.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of these parts, well actually, to be honest, the whole build of the car is going to be a very safe approach really, but quick.
Yeah, nothing's getting pushed beyond its means. Obviously, it's not going to be a drag car, it's not going to be for 100, 200, it's just going to be a fast road, fun car, which you want to get in it, know it's going to start. You don't want to be permanently thinking, is it going to go bang, is it going to go bang the whole time? We'll obviously cap the boost being a manual, like we spoke about as well. We've had gearbox failures on the manual stripping like 3rd and 5th gear, so the boost will be limited, which will then limit the torque as well.
It's just the way to go for the manual, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I mean, the manuals, you've got pros and cons to either. The DSG's as strong as anything, clutches are really strong, but the manual's more fun to drive, in my opinion,
that's why I went for one in the end.
There's no right and wrong answer, everyone likes different things.
And the car's getting on a bit. I mean, it clicked over 82,000 miles on the way here.
Yeah, which relates back to the injectors as well, and putting new fuel injectors in it, main
so that's
injectors.
Another thing for the list, really. I mean, your one was gone on like 40,000 miles.
Yeah, loads of them. I've even had them like 20,000 miles on injectors and like pressure fuel pump bodies. Yeah. It's interesting how these cars, the fuel systems just deteriorate over the years, and I think a lot of it's down to poor fuel being used in them. Because the low pressure fuel pump's literally sat behind you. So under the seat you've got the fuel tank in these cars, and it sits in there on the right hand side. So you open that up, the low pressure fuel pump's in there, but the filter's sort of part of the body, and the filter just gets clogged up, then it can't flow the fuel through basically, and you get all sorts of issues when you're trying to tune it.
And over time, that obviously becomes an issue. So
well, it won't get the fuel pressure, so we won't let them go out with that fault.
Exactly. Exactly that.
What you got in here then?
What we got in here? More forged bits.
Your carbon intake.
Carbon intake. That looks very cool. Yeah, we've done kind of as much as we can to unpackage them without making too much work.
Too much mess. You got your Cobra downpipe.
Yep. That's a must as well.
Yep, essential part of hardware there. Your Forge intercooler.
Yeah, from our intercooler, that is powder coated in black, even though it's practically going to be invisible, but that's again another must. Do you need to do that on stage 2, or is that only stage 3?
Yeah, stage 2. To be honest, even stage 1, they're massive gains there.
Peace of mind, really.
Yeah, obviously it's not a true front mount. It's sandwiched in behind the AC condenser. So we'll check, make sure your AC condenser isn't battered. Also, a car's on a few miles, it may all, where basically the stones hit it, they just pack up all together, and then the air just won't flow through to the intercooler.
Gotcha.
So we'll check him over as well.
Have a little look.
So I mean, there's going to be a lot of sensitive to intake air temps.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of kind of experimentation, I think, just because it's a slightly higher mileage car. And we want to do it properly. Yeah,
the main thing is the fuel system. As long as the fuel system's healthy on it, it won't really be an issue. Like, it's got good service history.
Yeah, that was one thing which really attracted me to this specific car, actually.
Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
So we're not We're not pushing massive boost on it. We'll stop at like 2.1 bar boost.
Yeah, but we're still going to be making some decent power. I mean, well over 500.
We'll start with 5, yeah.
Yeah,
big,
which is
a big quick car.
Beating the 140 already.
Be interesting to line them up actually.
That's a
the M140
idea.
will be quicker, but it's just a case of how much quicker.
But this being the manual as well, it's not going to get that launch.
True. Yeah.
I think we need to do a video of that.
Well,
that'd be very cool. Well, no, both of them side by side. What do you guys think? 140 or 500-ish brake manual Golf R?
M140 would be quicker.
If it's a half mile, yeah.
Even from a dig, I think the M140 would be quicker. Obviously, the M140's got the traction disadvantage.
Yeah,
it's got the gearbox advantage.
Yeah, yeah. That would be very interesting.
You can actually launch these pretty well, to be fair.
Yeah.
With the manual, because they've got enough power just to slightly light the wheels up, so they won't bog down.
Yeah.
Like a stage 1 and 2 will just bog.
Yeah.
But they have got enough power to sort of just break traction a little bit and get off the start pretty nicely.
Now there is a couple of things we do need to mention quickly. There was a little bit of kind of a debate actually with the turbo. Because it's not, well, it's a hybrid turbo, but it's
right on that edge. Yeah, obviously it's got the big on the intake side.
I don't think lag's really going to be that much of an issue being a manual.
The V5 spools really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I remember yours. Yours was unbelievable.
Yeah, it spools nice and early in the rev band.
But yeah,
but certainly for track. The thing is, like, track driving, you're always going to have the revs high anyway. Like when are you going to exit a corner at 2,000 RPM on a track?
Yeah, exactly.
You're on a track realistically, you're always going to have the revs above 5k.
Exactly.
So it's always going to be on boost anyway.
So that's going to be, I cannot wait.
Well, if you've got the revs at 2k on a track, you're doing something wrong.
I'm on the cool down lap, mate. And one other thing as well is we're not doing the brakes in today's video. We will be doing it pretty much as soon as it's done. But I need to kind of, well, sort that out. Get some content, you know?
Yeah, then the only other thing we do, engine mount insert as well.
There's a big old list.
Yeah, then potentially do. I'd recommend doing obviously all the mounts like Super Pro. You touch on the Vertipro and stuff as well.
And then once all this is done, then it's time to to sort out everything else: handling, coilovers, wheels, tyres, interior.
That's the thing. Is obviously doing all this is relatively inexpensive, but then obviously people don't comprehend you're then going to have to spend a couple grand on brakes, a couple grand on coilovers, and
decent
stuff
tyres.
like that. And you've got to stay on top of the maintenance as well, like the uprated plugs. We're putting like an uprated oil in it as well.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll probably service it every, what do you reckon, 5,000 miles?
4,000 miles, I'd say, or every other track day if you're tracking it hard.
Yeah, well, you guys will be looking after it anyway. It's just going to be parts here all the time. No, awesome stuff. I think that's pretty much everything. All the parts, like I said, will be linked down in the description. But yeah, we'll be dropping the car off here, leaving it with you for probably a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And well, then it'll be another video to come.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated throughout it. Put a few teasers up online, everything like that.
Definitely. I mean, you got to run in the clutch as well.
Yeah, you're going to do a few 100 miles. On the clutch, not quite sure how we're going to do that yet.
Just
to be fair, the sintered clutches aren't as bad. Like the organics need like 400 or 500 miles.
Yeah.
The sintered ones don't need too much bedding in, like 100, 150 miles or so.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, but yeah, do whatever you need to do. And,
someone here can take it on the weekend.
Yeah, well, you can give your R8 a rest.
I never use it.
Poor thing. Yeah, you do. You daily it. It's bloody here now. Well, it does look really cool.
Yeah, I do use it quite a lot. I do use it quite a lot.
Wicked. Well, thanks again, buddy. And yeah, really, really exciting times. So there we go. It is time to take my Mark 7 Golf R to stage 3. I mean, I can't get over the size of that turbo down there, but I cannot wait for that, as well as all the other parts to be fitted to the car. Like I said, the guys here at QST will have the car for about 2 weeks now, and then it'll be time for me to come over, collect it and take it for a first drive. But being in manual, there's quite a lot of work which needs to be done, including running in the clutch and also making sure that the car itself, like the fuel system, is all okay. But for me, that is it. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please do make sure you leave a like and make sure to subscribe for all the adventures still to come.